Hey to everybody. Hold on for a second. I'm over here frying some chicken real quick. So y'all gotta bear with me. Y'all been asking me to do cooking tutorials anyway. So really y'all should be happy that I'm about to be on here frying chicken as we talk, because I wouldn't even normally do this. But that's the thing with the Patreon live streams. Sorry about the lighting. Let me see if this has a light, if this light works. Okay, maybe this light works a little bit, because it doesn't. Yeah, but y'all, I'm just cooking some chicken. That's what I'm doing. I'll come let y'all see the chicken in here, since y'all be wanting to see people cook anyway. But how is everybody's day going though? Hey, Legendary and Sigma Black and everybody. I'll wait kind of wait a little while for people to get in. Let me know if y'all here or stuff. This wasn't necessarily a cooking tutorial, but I just went to the store and I kind of wanted some fried chicken, so I'm making some. So that's what I'm over here doing. What do y'all use? What seasonings do y'all like to use? Like, I like to use like smoked paprika. I put it in the flour. It actually is really good. You know, I got my little garlic salt that I use. I use the seasoned salt on them. So these are just some of the things I use to season my stuff. But I wish Khadijah was here. I know Khadijah's the one who wanted to have like kind of like a fun live stream. So I'm kind of trying to figure out where Khadijah's at. That's what I'm trying to figure out. But what I was doing, the reason why I was late, for the people who want to know, is I was actually talking to George Macon. I was on his channel the other day, and I was talking to George Macon about some ideas that he have in terms of some new upcoming show ideas that he have. Do y'all want me to show y'all the chicken after it's done? Because I could definitely show y'all the chicken after it's done. But this is how I be frying my chicken. The thing that some people, which, I mean, I get it. Like, some people will sit up here and they'll kind of, what they'll do is, some people will like soak theirs in buttermilk and things like that. And I've seen them do that, and I'm not knocking it. But it's just, I really don't feel like I have time for that. I wanted some quick chicken. Like, do y'all know how when y'all just craving something, and it's one thing for you to go to like a Popeyes or whatever, but my thing of it is I be wanting some chicken that I'm making. I think there's really nothing like home cooked fried chicken, really. So that's what I'm doing. It's just, hold on, I wanna put this down and see what's going on. And y'all said chef it up. See, I feel like, okay, there we go. Sometimes I really feel like my counter, although I got all this counter space, sometimes it be seeming like I don't have no counter space. And I would have normally done this live stream later in the day, I mean, but I have to do a collab with some of the other ladies from the Great Liberators. They're doing like this ladies panel, and I'm going to be on there. Legendary said, that's too much. Now dipping the chicken in egg, then breadcrumbs is hitting. I don't know about the breadcrumbs, that I have heard about the egg, but I don't really be wanting my chicken crusty like that. But I have heard about the egg. And it's funny. I went to this one place when I lived back in Seattle. It was like this Hawaiian place or whatever. And they had like this chicken and waffle thing on the menu. And since like it was a lot of pork, and I don't eat pork, the only thing to get on the menu was chicken. But their chicken, they brought it to me, and twice they brought me chicken that was bleeding. And I'm like, how is it that y'all can't? And I left them a note telling them, you know, if you want your chicken to be crispy, rather than, because it seemed like they were frying it too high. Like it seems like they were frying it and the grease was a little bit too high. So trying to make it crispy and make sure it stay crispy. I was like, y'all need to just coat it in egg. I'm like, just throw some egg on there, coat it a little bit, and then you good. It's like you don't need to be doing all that. I'm like, because your chicken is coming out not done on the inside, and then on the outside it's looking like you're leaving it in there for too long. So I feel like they weren't cooking it appropriately. But that was just my little chicken story about how people be sitting up there making chicken the wrong way. But it's like people need to, it's like, how do you mess up chicken? Ooh, don't be popping on me. The grease be trying to get you and pop on you and do all these other things. And it's just like, I don't like that. So I want to. And then I got one of those stoves that has like the glass surface top where it's like everything is just glass, and it's just that kind of annoys me because I don't like streaky glass. But I'm not going to complain though. Leo B said I miss eating chicken. I don't eat it a lot, but today I really wanted some fried chicken and a salad. And so I'm probably going to have some salad with this chicken, but that's kind of what I was craving. So I was like, let me fry some chicken. But I was talking to George Macon on the phone about this new concept for a call-in show, this kind of relationship focus that he wanted to do, that he wanted to partner up and do. And I think it's an excellent idea, and I think a lot of people will like it. And so I'm definitely going to get on board with it for sure. People said they like eating chicken. What's y'all's favorite chicken place outside of, you know, you eating it at home? I mean, because I know some people like Popeyes or whatever, but and I hope people who's watching, oh, somebody said Wingstop. They're cool, I guess. The funny thing is do y'all notice how they got the explosion in chicken wings, where first you have white people who will sit up here and make fun of black people and the chicken wings that we like to eat, but then they make all of these chicken places to try to profit off of chicken, because you got Wingstop, Wing Zone, you got Buffalo Wild Wings, you got East Coast Wings, and it's just like, exactly, you got Bojangles, you got Church's, you got Chick-fil-A, like there's so many chicken places, and yet they were sitting over here trying to talk about black people who want chicken. Bojangles is good, but the last time I went to Bojangles, Bojangles, I could tell that they had their chicken sitting there. Because I don't like when I go to a fast food place, I like for my food to be fresh, like for it to have just came out the oil. If I can get it where it just came out the oil, then I'm cool getting it just out of the oil. But Bojangles kind of seem like they don't do that to theirs. They let theirs sit out too long. So I told myself last time I went to Bojangles, I was like, I'm not going to Bojangles anymore. Because I don't like that. I don't feel like they do Church's chicken. I haven't went to Church's since I lived in Detroit. And Church's chicken have fake potatoes. And that's what I don't like. It's like, how are you going to have fake potatoes? White people sure do be lining up for some chicken. At Chick-fil-A, I don't know how Chick-fil-A be that popular, but Chick-fil-A always have like a line around the corner. Chick-fil-A will have such a huge line going all the way around the corner where they have to have workers come out, and the workers will take your order while you're in line because the line is so long. I used to work for Buffalo Wild Wings during my days as a server. And Buffalo were cool. I'm just like, okay, they're cool or whatever. But I really do try to not eat out too much. Hey, Shanice. We just in here talking about chicken because I'm frying some chicken right now. And I decided to, include y'all in the process of me cooking this chicken. Somebody said that's the same as Portillo's. I've never heard of Portillo's. I've never heard of that. Leo B said the only thing I like about Chick-fil-A is the lemonade, milkshakes and lemonade. I like their waffle fries. I actually like their waffle fries better than their chicken. J Love said, with all these chicken places, how the hell are they producing them? Well, they're not, it's not like they're getting organic chicken, so they're pumping them from hormones. Somebody said KFC clones their chickens. Yep, somebody said like KFC had been known for clone chickens. So they probably are like cloning them. Somebody said it's only in the Midwest. Golden Wings and Romulus makes good buffalo wings, and they're black owned. I haven't heard of Golden Wings because have I been to Romulus? I think I might have been to Romulus. Romulus is on the outskirts of Detroit, right? Oh no, that's where the airport is. Sorry, that's where the airport is. Janae said, I'm about to eat some baked chicken. I'm going to grow wings and fly away. I eat chicken so much. See, certain times I actually try to not eat any meat, actually. Like I try to go certain weeks or things like that without eating any meat at all. Or like actually a few days ago, I just went on this vegetable where I just, drink vegetable smoothies, fruit and vegetable smoothies and ate salads and stuff. Like, because I was really trying to, bring myself back from when my best friend was out here and said she came out here to visit. She's never been here. She wanted to eat. But I haven't been to Golden Wings, though. And so, yeah, that is where I thought that was where the airport was. I actually was out there. I told y'all I got stuck in Detroit overnight on the plane here, actually. Hey, Black Rose. Sorry about that account. I don't know what was going on with it. I definitely ain't blocked, though. Okay, I'm going to let that sit right there, and I'll kind of move to one of these bar stools and kind of sit down, and I'll get back to the chicken because I need to be able to sit down and talk while the chicken cooks. That's what I need to do. I need to take this down and let me wash my hands off real fast. Okay. Penny Snatcher said, I seen your video about workplace discrimination. Yeah, with workplace discrimination, I had like that situation really like it really stressed me out because I wanted to become that person who was just cussing the white people out and things like that. I wanted to become that person, but I wasn't able to do that in that situation, because if you do that in that situation, then you lose. And I'm not about losing. And so, you know, but it was profitable. Hopefully people got something out of it. Hopefully I wasn't going too fast in that thing. Hopefully I wasn't, but you know. Oh, you had to create a second Patreon account because someone blocked you in the chat in yesterday's stream from your Black Rose account? Wow. Yeah, I don't know. It could be YouTube tripping, because YouTube be tripping, because there was one time when I was on YouTube and I remember it was showing everybody in the chat room as a moderator. It was showing everybody as the moderator. So sometimes it could just be YouTube doing what they do, which is try to sabotage people, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I ended up dealing with a lot at that job. Like it was a lot. But you know, if you play it correctly, if you do it the right way, it can be profitable for you. But you really have to be strategic about how you do it. Legendary said YouTube blocks some people at random. YouTube really be like, really YouTube be tripping. And I think people sometimes, if you don't really do videos, which I understand, then you probably don't know the logistics of it. But YouTube really do be tripping. They really be on something. Sydney Smith, the thing about it is, it's like I guess I get people who, like, I understand why they wouldn't want to fight discrimination, because it's actually very hard. It's very stressful. But you know, it's really, it's a lot. Hey, Sap. Sap, you missed my chicken frying my chicken frying tutorial. Well, it really wasn't a tutorial, but I did fry some chicken though. I'm surprised that people were in that chat room yesterday, because we were going for a long time. And anytime Cerulean, and the funny thing is, Sabbath, you said that we were going to be on there for 2 more hours. And I was like, well, no, we ain't been on there for 2 more hours. But really, whenever Cerulean is there, because he brings so much, we be ending up being on there for a long time. Oh, thank you, Leo B. What do you think about it? I'm actually trying to develop new and different shirt type things. I'm trying to work for it, but it's like with a lot of these things, you really do got to pay. Like when they say you have to, like, there's a lot of money that Big Zap says really got that mouthpiece, don't he? Like there's a lot of stuff that you have to do behind the scenes, because I want the best quality thing. Like I want it to be up to par. I want it to be, you know, I want it to be up to par. And I think that with Teespring, the women's shirts are too, they're not form fitting enough. So I'm going to change it. Penny Sparks said I was wrongfully terminated and got my job back. Did you work for like a union or something like that? I would definitely get some hoodies made. Legendary. Yeah, I really like Cerulean. I really do like him. He has some of like a comedic approach to some things, but his videos are actually really good. I didn't even think that it surprised me that you know, his videos were so good. It really did. Like he has a lot of intellectual property. And that's why I kind of want to try to, you know, get together with a lot of people who have the same mindset, who really want to try to do solution based talking. I really want to do that. J Love 81 said he's very dry, but very witty. Yeah, he seems no nonsense. Like he just gets straight to the point. That's the thing that I think he does. I think he likes to get straight to the point. But I mean, who don't? Leo B said, no problem. I don't see anything wrong with the shirts. Well, good. Penny Sparks said the contractor I worked for was so sloppy and left themselves wide open. Sounds like white people, especially when they're, the thing that Black people have as an advantage is that white people think you're dumb. So what I've noticed is they don't really prepare like they should. They really don't prepare. They just don't prepare like they should. Because in a lot of situations, like even at my job, I was just like, how are y'all making these, like, it's like y'all aren't even preparing. Like even with their attorney, when I ended up dealing with the company's attorney, like for her to be an attorney, I was thinking, how is she not even, like, she didn't even prepare? Because it's like the stuff that they were saying were blatant outright lies. And it just didn't make any sense to me that they, other than the fact that they really don't see Black people fighting racism as a threat. But beyond that, I was just like, it's to our advantage. But I was just thinking, y'all are just dumb. Like, because, yeah, their lies were easily disputable. They're just real dumb. They were so dumb. But a lot of Black people don't fight it, so they have the ability to be that dumb. Hold on, let me check this chicken. Yeah, but they do a lot of stuff. They do a lot of stuff where they make it real easy. Well, they'll make it real easy. But the thing about it is with Black people, though, is that you don't have Black people really out here trying to, they're not really trying to fight like that. Because when I was at work, I wanted to prove basically that not only were they retaliating, but they didn't want to hire any Black people for upper management positions. So what I did is I went to this other Black chick there. And by all intents and purposes, if you went by how she looked, a lot of people would have been like, okay, well, she's more pro-Black or whatever. They would expect her, because she looked really Afrocentric, you know, the dress, Bob Marley t-shirts, the things like that. That's just how she was. But she's very passive, you know, and I'm sitting here and they're probably thinking that I will be like her because, of course, you know, I'm in the weave and makeup. Sometimes I would be there wearing my glasses. So they're thinking, you know, whatever she wants, because white people dumbly think that when you wear a weave, you want to be white too. But when I went to her, because I was like, okay, I want to show that they're not going to hire a Black person. So I was like, there's an upcoming management position. And I was like, I'm going to apply for it. And can you apply for it? And I'm like, all I want you to do is apply for it. They're not going to hire you. I already know they're not going to. I was like, I just want you to apply for it so they can deny it to both of us. I'm like, all I want you to do is apply. And it took so much to even get her to apply for the management position. Like I had to convince her and talk her and coach her into even applying for this position that we both knew she wasn't going to get anyway. They're not going to hire any Black person. I'm like, all you got to do is apply for the job. They're not going to hire you. They're not going to hire you for that. Sydney Smith said, don't expect anything from the EEOC. The EEOC is who settled my case. Sydney Smith said, document. The EEOC will always give you a no finding right to sue. They won't investigate. Do your own investigation and assume all of your coworkers are coons. Don't depend on them. That's actually excellent advice. But what we also got to understand that most of the investigators at the EEOC are white. And so they're going to go by their interpretation of racism. That's the problem. Because even like my sister had a situation, she worked for Old Navy a long time ago in Portland. And this is Portland, you know, a little ways away from Seattle because we used to live over there. So she worked there at Old Navy. And I think they were saying something about some dude was like, he don't want to work with either with like you people or niggers or something to that effect. And in Portland, they don't have an EEOC build base. So they have the Bureau of Labor and Industries. That's what the equivalent is there. But if you're in Portland, I guess you can send, if you want to, you can send it to the EEOC because it's right in Seattle. But it's in there is the Bureau of Labor and Industry. So the Bureau of Labor and Industry told her that they didn't find any racism. It's like, what you mean? So white people will see blatant racism and still say there's no racism. And that's the problem with the EEOC is that you have white people governing and determining what's racism, and they're never going to see their racism. I'm not out there anymore. I moved to the South because the weather sucks out there. All the black people are coons. I don't have time for it. Sigma Black says, SAP is a bitch. My case has been active since January, is now in the formal phase. I actually have 2 cases going on with the Human Rights Commission in Washington because of 2 situations, one at Target and one like at a Kroger grocery store. The store is called Fred Meyer, but it's owned by Kroger. If Sydney is out if you are out in Portland or anywhere on the West Coast, then you probably already know what Fred Meyer's is. Unless you're in California or someplace, then it's Vons and Safeway and things like that, whatever, QFC, whatever. But I have 2 active cases going on with the Human Rights Commission about both of them. And the one for the grocery store, we actually have video evidence. We actually have video evidence because the store, basically, me and my sister were in there sitting on some furniture, right? We're sitting on some furniture in the grocery store. Now, I'm only in there to look at like accent chairs or whatever because I had just moved into my apartment over there. So I'm in there, I'm looking at accent furniture while my car is getting an oil change. Now my car is getting an oil change at a little ways away. So mind you, when you take your car into the shop, everything is time stamped, right? So we go over there, hold on. Yeah, but so we go to the furniture section and we're sitting on some furniture, right? So we're sitting on some furniture. First, they send out a token coon. Okay, so they always have to do. Every place seems to have. Most of these places have a coon on file. So they have a coon to case out the situation or whatever, and it's whatever. Then two of these white men come over there. Two of the white men come over there, and they're like managers of the store. Mind you, they don't ask us what we're doing. They don't ask us what we're doing. They just simply tell us that we have to leave because we've been there for too long. Okay? They don't ask us, can they help us with anything? They just say, oh, you guys have to go. You've been sitting here way too long. You need to leave, right? There was a white woman sitting right next to us in like a different chair. So we were like, okay, well, does she have to leave? And he's like, oh, no, she can stay. And they were like, no, she can stay. And we're like, oh, really? And so we were like, well, where's your policy? Where's your policy? Because any policy that they have, it have to be like, if that's their policy, it has to be posted. Like it has to be written and it has to be posted somewhere. So basically they had no policy. And they said they didn't have to show us the policy and all these other stuff. They're saying they're not going to show us the policy, basically kicked us out of the store. One day I was over in that same area and I forgot what I was doing. And we stopped into that store to get, something to eat. And something told me to just go back over into that area. Some told me to just go back over into the furniture area. I don't know what it was. It was just like an instinct that said, go over to the furniture area. So I go over to the furniture area and I see this white man sitting in some furniture, and he's sitting on the furniture, talking on his cell phone. So clearly this man, he's not doing anything. Clearly he's not doing anything. He's just sitting on the furniture. Mind you, they kicked us out and said we were there for too long. When they responded to the Human Rights Commission, they said we were loitering and we were there for 2 hours. Mind you, they said that we were sitting in this furniture section for 2 hours. Mind you, it only took an hour and a half for my car to get the oil changed. So clearly it's not possible for us to have been sitting in there for 2 hours. When we went back into the store, I saw the white man sitting in some furniture talking on his phone. So I decided to record this man. And I recorded this man sitting on some furniture, talking on his phone. And the video that I recorded is a few seconds under 20 minutes, okay? Now, he was sitting right in front of a cashier, this white man. He was sitting right in front of security, store security. A bunch of managers walked right next to him, walked right past him, including the ones that kicked me and my sister out of the store. The manager walked right by this white man, did not tell him to get up at all. He's sitting there having a phone conversation, long drawn out phone conversation. This is a white male customer. So I record this white man sitting here for a span of 20 minutes, talking on his phone with a whole bunch of white managers walking right past him. One walked right past him where he could touch him. They didn't kick him out of the store. This man got up and left when he completed his phone conversation, sitting on the furniture. So he was literally doing the very definition of loitering. This white man was doing the very definition of loitering. So we recorded it and sent it over to the Human Rights Commission. And she was like, okay, well, you guys just proved that there was racism, clearly, because if they're kicking you out, but we just saw them sit here with this white man sitting in here for 20 minutes on the phone, talking on the phone for 20 minutes, having a cell phone conversation. None of the managers told him to leave. Not even the one that walked right by him was the same one that kicked us out of the store. This is how blatant they are with their racism. Sydney Smith said, my job has a black VP HR to keep black people out of salary positions and a black VP procurement to keep black contractors out. Yeah, they have no problem. A coon to do their beddings. Coons will do their beddings. Coons will love to do the beddings. Of white massa, they do. They're just like overseers, really. They're like overseers. Penny Sparks said, oh, hey, Khadijah. Khadija, I'm gonna have to do a actual Patreon after dark live stream. Really, I'm gonna have to do that. I'm just not doing it now because I have to, or I'm not doing it today because late today, like at 9:30, I actually have a live stream with Leonie and Remy. With Remy and Leonie, I'm gonna jump on the live stream with them at 9:30. So, or else I'd be doing it today. But we can definitely. I think I don't do. I don't think I have anything. I don't think I have anything to do tomorrow. So we could do tomorrow at 9:30. If we want to reconvene, we can do the after dark, the Patreon exclusive tomorrow at 9:30 at night. Hey, Antonio Peoples. Oh, thank you. The thing of it is that if I'm going to be up here trying to do this, then you got to, Black people are vicious to other Black people. Like if I didn't spend my whole life having to fight and being attacked verbally and stuff, if I didn't fit, I think I would fold when I got on YouTube if I hadn't already spent my life. Khadija, I wish. I'm getting no action right now, really. Khadija said, I thought you were about to say you was getting your walls painted later. I was about to say, don't let me stop you. I wish. Do you know how I wish? But I, I can't. So. I can't right now. So it is unfortunately, but hopefully soon. But ain't nobody over here painting these walls. Yeah. But we could definitely talk about it tomorrow night for sure. Because I actually I don't want my chicken is doing fine. It's kind of in there. I'm trying to take the time and slowly cook it. And then I'm going to make me a salad and kind of eat something before I jump on this live stream with Leonie and Remy. And Leonie, look, Leonie and Remy can act like they're not freaks. It is what it is. If they're Libras, they're freaks. It is what that's just the reality. I'm not even, again, I see Leonie and Remy. So I do. I know. Except after the dark streams are really, we're gonna have one tomorrow. I don't know. Do y'all think it should just be like a Patreon after dark exclusive or just a YouTube after dark? Like, I mean, because really, it could be a YouTube after dark. It's up to y'all. But I do like the after dark. They're funny. I really do. They are fun. The after dark ones, they are really fun. Actually, I do enjoy those, and that's what it was going in until Cerulean is not interested in having an after dark conversation. Yeah, I think we'll do Patreon only. I think we will. Sigma Black said, I must have missed the after. I actually like the Patreons better because it's just a small group of people. Don't be out there snatching people's daddy and making people have to share their inheritance. Hopefully, the inheritance is actually going to the kids. Like, we don't want to take their inheritance. And Big South, you only a few states away, really? Okay, well, I don't know. Big South, maybe. We might have to get something going, Sap, because we just might too. The trolls are annoying. Like that. That's why it needs to be on Patreon. Papa Scrimp Chain said, "Word, I'm a Libra. We freaks in the story." Exactly. Khadija did come in on titties, and it was just like I couldn't do it. Leonie is. I'm gonna tell you, Leonie is just a closet freak. That's the thing. Leonie is just a closet freak. That's all. And really, those are the best types of freaks. Really, the quiet ones. Usually, the quiet ones that don't really like to advertise their freakiness, they're the biggest freaks. Actually, they'll be doing the most. I had to grab some of these wings out of the oil. Khadijah said most sleepers are, we don't need everybody knowing our business. Well, exactly. Exactly. And really that's the way it should be, where everybody's not, because everybody shouldn't be in your sexual business. That's what I think. I don't think everybody should be in your sexual business. I really think it should just be you. And for the most part, whoever you are about to have sex with, and that's fine if you want to, you know. You say Leonie is older too. Leonie looks young. She really looks, Leonie doesn't look like she's older than me. So she's young. She is. Could you just say he? I think Cerulean. I wonder how long Cerulean was actually watching when he started, hearing the titty conversation. I wonder how long he was watching, really. I wonder how long he was listening, because there was a one when Cheryl was on it, and he said that he was listening while we were talking. That one that we did about like dick sizes and stuff like that. I think it was the man weave one. Khadijah, I was shocked that she was mostly about the kids part, not that she was married, but with the kids, I was shocked about that. The whole combination, yeah, I was shocked by that. Oh, Sap, you already knew? Okay, well, we were there. Oh, Khadijah said Cerulean had been in there for a while. Oh, so he was listening, but that's good for him to be listening, for a little bit before he hops in. That is good that he does that. Hey, Oren, Mila. It's interesting because we were just talking about reconvening, which I'm gonna have to, because I need to cook the rest of my food, eat, and then get ready to jump on this live stream. It's at 9:30 for the people who wanna watch it. Big Sap said, Khadijah, you should join. I need to be more active in the group on there. I really need to be more active, because I don't really like social media, so I don't really be on there like that. But I really should jump on there more often and, engage. I just don't be doing it. And I need to, though. Like, I really do need to get on there more. And I think I'm gonna go on there, throw some comments in there, things like that. I am gonna do that, but I need to I should probably be more active. But even when I'm in there being active, y'all probably won't even know that it's me in there, because it's not like my account is not even under my name. I'm gonna be on Amiri's channel. Crystal Terry said that I missed a debate between you and E. Dean Cole. No, you didn't. I emailed him the other day to reschedule it because I forgot that my best friend was coming out here. But he said that he has some things to do, but he hasn't gotten back to me yet. I'm going to reach out to him soon and see, if he still wants to. If he still wants to do it. He may not want to, because of that video that I put out about the money. So I don't know, he might not want to, but I am going to reach out to him and see if he's still wanting to. I think that he only wanted to because the topic was kind of hot still. So I don't know, maybe he will, maybe he won't. So, yeah, but I don't know. I'm trying to debate if I, and I don't think I'm going to, because he just be having too many coons on there. Like, really, O'Shea needs to get all these. He got too many coons on there. Like, with his debate, his things is I just don't have a big side. I am in the group. I am in the group, but you won't even know by my screen name that it's me. I guess if you were to pay attention to the language and what I'm saying, you would know it's me. But otherwise, you wouldn't really, you wouldn't know it's me because it's not under my name. Well, it's under my name, but it's under my name in two different languages. Like my first name is in a different one language, and my last name is in a different language. So you wouldn't know it was me unless you knew which languages they were in and how to translate them. So I don't believe you can be pro-Black and a Christian. So that's the thing. I just don't believe it. I don't think you can. I don't think that you can be pro-Black and be a Christian just because religion isn't for African people. It's just not. Religion isn't for us. Spiritual practices are for us. That's why religion isn't working. It's to our disadvantage. You know? These people are irking me. Some people and then their willingness to defend people is just weird to me. Like some of these people I think are mentally retarded because it's not hard to tell whiteness. It's really not. Oh, Bernie Tree, Bernie Tree needs to get out of here with that. She's not. Antonio People says, yeah, it's no point in debating these folks because they're just looking to argue and win instead of learning and evolving. They're too comfortable. They are, because even like they were even attacking George. Like any dude that I go on their channel and have a cordial discussion with, if he's not attacking me, they won't like it. They won't like it at all. They'll really just sit up here and try to attack them. And I'm just like, really? It's like, so y'all go just sit here, and because we're able to come to an agreement, because George actually said, you know, he said something that made me get to thinking about something. Actually, he was actually saying, you know, about the mental illness thing. And I think that that is an important aspect that I wasn't really thinking about too much. Penny said, have you heard from Phil? I talked to Phil like I think the second day that all of the information came out. I talked to him that day briefly on text message as I talked to him. But I didn't get into a long drawn out conversation. And I basically told him the same thing that I said on my video, except I told him that he really should stop trying to excuse away her whiteness and try to tell people that she's white, because I told him most people are not concerned about a DNA test. They're going by what they're seeing. And she looks like a white woman. So therefore people just feel like he's insulting their intelligence when he tells them that they're not white, that she's not white. And I mean, that's just the reality. And so the thing of it is that's the truth. Nobody cares about you saying that she's Native American. So that's what I told Phil. And I told him too, I told Phil I saw, you know, a tweet where he did tell somebody. I told him I did see the tweet where he was telling somebody that his wife was Native American and Black. You know, I asked him, I was like, well, there was a tweet where you said your wife was Native American and Black. And, you know, and right about that, like, because I saw it. I saw the thing. Khadijah says, then call Lisa and try to debate her again. Lisa is not trying to debate. Lisa was not trying to debate. Lisa trying to troll. That's why Lisa be on other people's channel trolling. She be on other people's channel with her troll comments. I'm just over her. Like, she's just annoying. Like, Lisa needs to get into Alcoholics Anonymous or something. That's what they don't understand. I mean, because really, it doesn't really matter at this point. That's the thing. It doesn't really matter at this point. And exactly, Penny Thatcher said that is a white lady next. Well, it is. That's just the reality. It is. So, and she is a white woman, but at the end of the day, he's married to her. He has kids by her. People having an issue with it is not going to make him divorce her. He's still going to be with her. To my knowledge, he was with her before he started doing the Black empowerment. So, that's why I told him, I think that what I did tell him is I think the way that you're responding to it is turning people off. It's like you really need to, I'm like, you really need to stop trying to convince them that she's white and just let people know that's where your mindset was then. I mean, it is what it is. I don't understand. Like, I don't think he's going to ever explain to people why he said she was Native American and Black. Maybe he thought like that he would lose credibility or something like that. Maybe that was the case, and that's understandable. Penny Sparks said he's unapologetic right now. Well, and I don't agree with that approach, but he is able to do whatever he want to do. So that's the thing. And I think that the whole unapologetic route is, I just don't tell anybody who you're with. Like, that's what I don't understand. Because if people ask me who I'm with and who I'm dating, and I just tell them, I'm not going to discuss it. That's what I'll tell them. I'm not going to discuss it. But if I did discuss it, I'm not going to say that the dude is Native American and Black if he's white, because those are two completely different things. And so I don't. Yeah, Penny Sparks said I saw that tweet, and so did other. Yeah, a lot of people did actually. A lot of people saw it. Crystal Terry said he said that based off of what he saw in her family. It doesn't matter. You saw her DNA and you saw that it says she only had 5% African. So you wouldn't. That rationale is the same as me saying I'm biracial because on my DNA test I have 18% white. Actually, it would make more sense for me to say that because she has 5% African, mine is 18% European, but I would never say that. I would say that I'm Black. I would never sit up here and say, oh, I'm biracial based on, or actually it's the equivalent of me saying I'm Native American and my DNA test says I have 2% Native American. I can't say I'm Native American and Black with 2% Native American. So you can't say that your wife is Native American and Black and she only has 5% African DNA. There's no way, you can't justify that. So if I was him, I would have just said, don't worry about it. I'm actually not dating David Banner. Like, he is sexy though. No, I'm definitely not dating David Banner, but he is hella sexy though. Yeah, Taylor Scott said David Banner is high key fine, and he looks aggressive too. So that's I like him when they look aggressive. Like David Banner is sexy. I didn't think he was sexy as a rapper, but I think now that he's in his grown manness and he's softened it up a bit, and he has the beard and stuff like that, and it's kind of graying, so he got some age on him. So sexy. Oh, Sap, you got to go back to the plantation. Sorry. Antonio People said he makes it seem like he got into this fight for money like Tariq and Umar. I don't understand how you fight for us. Then at the end of the day, you lay in bed with a white appearing woman. Yeah. That's been the theme of Black male leadership, and that's been going on for hundreds of years. So could you say, yeah, he looks like one of them, you gonna take this type of guy. Exactly. Yeah, he does. The rough and rugged dominant ones. And that really, he's definitely one of the call him daddy ones. Have a good rest of your day at work, Sap. Shanice said all needed to be said was he lied. He is digging an even bigger hole. He still lied on the new video by saying she had black in her family, which still don't make her black. And that's the thing. It's like, stop trying to rationalize and say that she is black. Stop. He doesn't want to listen though. That's the thing. Men want to do whatever they want to. Because I already told him, stop trying to convince people that she's not white. That's a no-go. Black people aren't feeling that. Black people don't want to hear that. Like, they see that they're looking at a white woman. They don't want to hear that. So it's like, stop telling them that they are. Like, really, he should just be like, okay, well, whatever, she white. It is what it is. What y'all gonna do? You go either support or not. Exactly. Antonio people said, I swear if reincarnation is real, then we are witnessing the more that work again to lead us away from the real fight. Well, they do say those who don't learn from the past are doomed to repeat it. That's what black people are doing. Khadija said, hopefully I can find one when I move to Georgia. I'm thinking about moving sooner than next summer. My cousin lives out there. And I'm going to end up having to go visit her out there. So if you do move to Georgia, definitely let me know. My sister, well, not my sister, but my nephew and his dad drove up to Atlanta from Orlando, because they're in Orlando. So Penny started to say, here, the Christian, that right there with the red flag. Yeah, Christians kill me. Christians really kill me with their contradictions. Like, so y'all sucking dick all week and then going into church, some of y'all sucking the pastor's dick, married men's dick. You doing all this, just getting it in, but then you running on Sunday screaming hallelujah. It's like, I don't have time for it. I don't have time for it. It's like, really? Benny's Mark said, where these cave leaves have 2 to 10% Neanderthal, but I still call them cavics. And rightfully so. The thing of it is our people are just never going to learn. It seems like we're never going to learn. Most of them are not. And Christo Terry, you should question a lot of his verbiage. And I think that's what Cerulean and Amiri weren't understanding. Nobody is saying that people can't watch his video. They can't say, nobody is saying that whatever his work doesn't matter. But when somebody comes out and shows that they're dishonest about something, you should question everything that they say. If they're dishonest about one thing, they will be dishonest about another thing. He said, I'm probably going to move after this semester is over. South Carolina is getting on my nerves, and I don't think I can make it till summer without some assault charges. Yeah, South Carolina sounds like trash. I mean, really, it really did. Paris Milan did a video showing receipts that his first wife looked the same. Oh, I need to watch that, because I didn't even, let me look at it and let's see. Let's watch some of it then, because I haven't seen it. So I'm gonna try to look for it. Actually, I'm subscribed to her. I want to see if she did do it. Where's her channel? Because I know I'm subscribed to her. Here she is. Maybe this new video. Oh, I don't know. I did watch this video, but I don't think she showed pictures of his wife.
Oh my gosh, you guys, hi. I haven't seen you guys on camera in like the longest time. And usually when
she did show a tweet where somebody, or it wasn't a tweet, where it's screenshots.
He race his wife was that he was this person from Twitter that his wife, she's half black because she got black people in her family. Don't that sound stupid as white supremacists who will spew anti-black rhetoric, and as soon as you call them out, oh my God, my best friend is black. Oh my God, my cousin is black. I got black people in my family. You're not a black person. boo. Instead of him just admitting and saying, you know what,
Phil's wife looked like
lied and
him,
said
and he's
my
the
wife
white
was
one.
half black because I didn't think that y'all are going to be able to find pictures of her, and now they're floating all over the internet. That's why I lied.
Yeah, I want to
Instead
see
of
the
him owning up
screenshot.
that he
I'm
created
trying to
yet
find the
another lie.
screenshot that she
The thing
did.
is, when you start saying all these lies, it's really hard to remember a lie, Phil. So I'm just giving you that tidbit. Another thing that he brought up was the whole DNA percentage thing. Now, to me, I feel like the DNA percentage thing is also a lie, because somebody actually sent me screenshots of him showing this DNA percentage thing where it was like a breakdown of all these different percentages, I guess, that he has in himself.
Oh, I want to show you guys this. Hold on, let me share the screen so you can see this, because this is the part where I should have paused on this part where I was watching it, because when she showed the screenshot, she kind of went too fast, actually. But she said that they were changing, which they actually are changing. They actually did change, actually, which I'm going to show you guys my DNA test just really quickly to show you how he should be. Yeah, these are clearly two separate DNA tests. And I'm going to show you guys mine from Ancestry.com. I'm trying to find it right now, actually. Let me see something why I log into this, because I want to show you guys. I don't know where he's taking those ancestry tests from, but the two most popular ones are Ancestry.com and then 23andMe. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys mine really quickly. Just because I'm going to show you guys mine really quickly, just so we can try to compare it, and then I'm going to show you the screenshot of what she did. Now, this is my actual DNA test, and this is on Ancestry.com, and you go to DNA, and then you have DNA results summary, which this is mine. And so I don't know where he's. See, look, they got a disgusting cabling on here that they're saying is a DNA. And I literally will slit my wrists if they ever send me some things of some nasty cablings and say that I'm related to. Do y'all see this piece of trash right here? This is what's going to irritate me. Don't say that I'm related to some trash cabling that looks like a meth head. But see, the thing of it is when you do your DNA test, they show you, they put the name on it. First and foremost, the name be on it. See, my name is on it. And so I'm not understanding, wait, where did my results go? Oh, hold on. Why is it doing that? Your DNA never changes, but the science that analyzes it can and does. We have new updates for you. Do you expect your ethnicity estimate to change as DNA science improve? So let's go through this together, because they're saying it could change. So whatever. What changes would you expect? I don't know why they're asking me these questions. How did your original estimates match what you know about your family? So they said Nigeria, 26%, Benin and Togo, 19%, Great Britain, 17%, dumb struggle genes, Cameroon, Congo, 13%, Ivory Coast, Ghana, 13%. Okay, let's continue. Now, give me, your DNA doesn't change, but we know how 13,000 additional reference samples and powerful new science. So just give me my updated, thank you. Now, so it said Benin and Togo is 33%. They said just stop. I just want to see what this is. So then they said that the Benin and Togo is 33%, Cameroon, Congo is 24%, Mali is 17%. Wow. Well, I didn't know that. England, Wales, and Northwestern Europe is 12%. Nigeria, 4%. Ivory Coast and Ghana is 2%. Native American, 1%. Senegal, 1%. Spain, 1%. Wow. So the funny thing is, this was actually Nigeria. Most of my DNA was actually Nigerian, actually. I want to see if my mom's did. What is Mali? Oh, New Guinea? Or a Guinea or something. Mali's modern boundaries were drawn. My Mali was only 2% last time. So they're saying that the Molly is now, I need to look at my mom's, and one of my sisters is on here too. That's the thing of it is they'll say the DNA tests are not legit, but to a degree they have to be, because my mom doesn't have a profile on here, but the DNA connected me to my mom. They say your results reflect the most recent ancestry DNA estimates. And this is my previous estimate. So my previous estimate was Nigeria 26%. Now they're saying Nigeria is 4%. Benin and Togo 19%, Great Britain 17%. That didn't change, obviously. Cameroon and Congo 13%, Ivory Coast 13%, Senegal 7%, Native American 2%, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, Africa Southeast, Bantu, Asia South, and Mali 1%. Now Mali increased to 12%. I don't know how they're getting that, but I mean, maybe they are getting it, whatever. That's clearly what they're, this is the updates. So if you look at the, wait, where do we go? Where's the updates? See, look how much, you see how much it changed? Mali jumped up to 17% from 1%. So it increased to 18%. And then now the primary one is Benin and Togo. Let me see what my mom's updated to, because this one is my mom. So I want to see hers. But notice how you will see the name on there. You will see the name on there. I really. Now they're going to make me go through all this dumb stuff. Okay, I'm going to see what my mom's changed. Oh, see, my mom's Benin and Togo 35, so hers increased 2. Cameroon, Congo, and Southern Bantu people decreased by 2%. Ivory Coast and Ghana decreased by 14%. Germanic Europe, 9%. This is new. England, Wales, and Northeastern Europe. So at least mine is the Germanic Europe. Notice how mine matches my mom's. Like, you guys see that, and I'm going to show you guys my sister too, because I have one of my sisters is on here. But this is why I say it has to be somehow accurate, because mine corresponds with my mom's, which corresponds with my other sister. And when she uploaded her DNA test, it automatically matched her being my sister to me, and my mom being my mom, although my mom doesn't have a profile. So it has to be some kind of accuracy. But it says England, Wales, and Northwestern 7%. So Mali increased to 4%. Now, no, mine increased to 17. My mom's increased to 4%. Her Native American North Central refined Native American is 1%, hers. Ireland, Scotland, that was on mine. Senegal, 1%. Portugal, 1%. Nigeria, 1%. Okay. And then mine says Virginia and Southern states, African Americans and stuff like this. They took all of these out of hers. But again, you know, you share 50%. So some of this probably comes from, obviously half of this would have to come from my dad. So therefore it wouldn't really be my mom. It wouldn't be exact as my mom. But then there's, I think my sister that's on here too. Oh, where did hers go? Oh no, hers is on her account. Yeah, hers is on her account though. So yeah, but obviously, as you see, they have, clearly it's going to have your name on it. That's first and foremost. But maybe he just took this part of it and screenshot this part, left out the name part, or maybe Googled it. I don't know, but this is usually how it will look when you do your DNA test. So, and I bet you if he did hers, then hers probably updated to saying she's European. Oh, you think you definitely have the Isha flowing through you, Benin. I took this DNA test sometime last year. A content creator posted a video about someone doing a DNA test on their dog, and it came back that the dog has 2% Native American DNA. Probably because the dog, white people have dog DNA. That's probably why. White people have DNA consistent with dogs. That's why. So that right there, they're telling you that these Native Americans are white. If you give white people a DNA test, it'll probably come up with some dog DNA. It takes about a week for results. Yeah, the results come back, but TH said they couldn't specify any specific regions in Africa I'm from. That's interesting. Khadija, yeah, I'll do the calls. I'll do the call. Christy said I had a whole white person contact me on Ancestry. Why? Why? I think which one do they say is more legit? Do they say that 23andMe is more legit or Ancestry.com? It might be Ancestry.com though. I just don't get why. I want this to tell me. I want to see where though. We'll do keep that, just keep the updates. Like really, like I want to see where they did the like. Why isn't my sister's on here? I wanted to see hers because I'm sure hers updated too. Like I'm pretty sure hers updated. Didn't like Molly, let me read this. It said Mali's modern boundaries were drawn in 1890 when French Sudan was created and united two very different regions, the Sudanian savannas in the south and the Sahara Desert to the north. These man-made borders make our Mali region a mix of diverse people, but geography has always played a key role in Mali's history and people. The savannas at the edge of the desert made the area a natural locus for trans-Saharan trade, which connected Western African with Europe and Asia in pre-colonial times. For centuries, Mali was a fabled land of gold, scholarship, and empires. The Mali was a part of the Ghana Empire. Is that where, what is that dude's, what is the rich black dude who had a bunch of money? Wasn't he from Mali, basically? The one that they said was the richest man. He had all this gold and he went around. I forget what his name was. Wasn't he from over there? That one that they said he had so much gold he would go around giving it around and he crashed the economy. I forgot what his name was. I cannot think of what this African man's name was. Mansa Musa. Yes. Wasn't he from over there? And is that where he was from? Let me see if Mansa Musa I think he was specifically over Mali, actually. I think that's what Mansa Musa, I think that was what he was. Yeah, because they said he was the 10th of the wealthy West African Mali Empire. Yeah, so that's what Mansa Musa was. I thought that's what that was. They said he was the wealthy king of Mali, basically. So that's what that brought me back to. That's the exact thing that came to my mind when they said the gold. It said after Ghana's decline, the Mali Empire, founded by Sundiata Keita in about 1230 AD, rose to take its place. Like Ghana, Mali had gold mines, and the empire's wealth also came from trade, which included gold, salt, and agricultural products. From the fertile land around the upper Niger River, Islam's influence grew as the empire's royalty adopted the religion and at its height, the Mali Empire was a center of Muslim scholarship with the famous university in Timbuktu. Arab writers told of Mali's fabulous wealth, and Mali began to appear on European maps in the 14th century. So they're basically talking about apparently the time where this dude was doing it. But the good thing is that the reason why I would believe it is because all of them are West Africa. Oh, here they go. They actually mention it in here on the DNA part thing. They actually do put it on here. Let me show it with you guys. I just had to go to the more information. They do mention Mansa Musa in here actually. So just so you guys can still see, this is still the ancestry.com, but this is what I was reading. And then it says the land of empires. And then when you go down here, it'll the Songhai Empire. The Mali Empire was supplanted by the Songhai Empire. Songhai Empire in the 15th century after the Songhai people rebelled against Mali. But then if you go down here, they'll tell you these are the ethnic people of Mali. And then they'll go down here and say, during his epic, whatever that is, Mali Emperor Mansa Musa spent so lavishly on his way to Mecca that the worth of the gold in Cairo dropped and didn't regain its value for several years. So at least they do put this in here. They said depiction of Mansa Musa from the 1375 Catalan Atlas drawn by Abraham. So, yeah. At least they didn't make them white, though, because, you know, they're trying to make them white. At least they recognize that this was an African emperor. But I do like that at least all of these, see, all of them that they're saying the DNA is hitting from is all over here in West Africa. So I guess that does, to me, give it a tiny bit more credence to it. But, you know, that was interesting to me. And don't know why I care about nothing that got to do with struggle genes, really. And so, but it's still saying 17% struggle gene, though. And then Senegal, Spain. Let me find out there were some coonish Moors. Like, really? I can't with that. I have to have descendants from Benin too, because my maternal side did voodoo. Actually, they said, my mom said that on both sides of the family, they were heavily into it, more on my dad's side though. His father sailed a fleet of ships to North America. Wow, yeah, that's yeah. Only a few European sites, which didn't make sense. The 23andMe only showed me the percentage I was from in different regions, not the actual countries. Yeah, a lot of the DNA tests do that. I guess that's why they try to say that the ancestry.com. What is it about? Oh, in 1850. So they're tracing my things. It says Virginia and the southern states, African Americans, the cradle of American slavery. So this was a part of my DNA thing, because, like, let me just show you. I should have kept it on this to show you guys the way ancestry.com breaks it down. Like, they'll tell you on here. So they'll give you this timeline, which they'll tell you, view your DNA history over time. They'll tell you your ethnicity, and they'll tell you 1850 where it was at. And then they said Virginia and the southern states, the cradle of American slavery. So they basically tell you that a lot of your people originated, you know, from slavery. Then they tell you 1875, still 1900, 1925. So basically they're just telling you slavery all up and through it, basically. Somebody need to be writing. Basically, I need to figure out who needs to be writing me a check. That's what needs to happen, basically. Basically, that's what my takeaway from this. Somebody needs to write me a check. So. Antonio, people say you have more Mali than me. I'm 10%. Unfortunately, I'm still 18% sunburn genes. And, you know, you can control certain things. but whatever. And we can't control the struggle gene DNA. I'm going to have to go get like a green candle and try to do some stuff too, but write on a parchment paper. Where do you even get parchment paper from? But I'm about to get off of here, you know, because I want to go over my mom's in depth and see what my mom's, I mean, it's saying the same thing ultimately, but it is saying basically the same thing. Hers is still hitting on Virginia. They not about to sit here and send me no hits for no struggle gene. Let me just try to show y'all the struggle genes that they're trying to attack. It's like, don't sit up here and put no struggle genes over here. Like, really? But I want to show you guys this, which is where I'm telling you guys where there's clearly some accuracy to these DNA tests. Like, you can't just throw them out and say they're not accurate. Now, my mom doesn't have one on here, but so after I put her DNA test on there, it said parent-child relationship, and then it says Pamela Green is your mother. Okay, so it's telling you based off the DNA results, this is your mother. Okay, then if you go to this, it'll tell you our analysis of your DNA predicts that this person you match with is either your parent, and they'll say it's a parent-child relationship, basically. Then if you go here, and it'll tell you the different degrees. So they're saying the only possible relationship you have with this person, this has to be your parent. And then they'll tell you it's extremely high. They'll tell you their confidence level is extremely high, and then they're telling you that this is the parent. You know, this is your parent. And then when you go on here, they'll tell you that you share 3,379 centimorgans across 112 DNA segments. And then you can go to what does this mean? Okay. But when you go up here, they're telling you their confidence level based on the DNA. Now, when they say it's extremely high, they said likelihood of a single recent common ancestors. They said virtually 100%. You and your match share enough DNA to prove that you're both descendants of a common ancestor, and the connection is recent enough to be conclusive. Now, that is my mother, clearly. This right here is just an example. I'm not related to this person. They're just showing you an example of it. But the thing of it is this is my mother. So obviously they have to, it has to be somewhat accurate. Like it has to. So then I want to go back really quickly. Because, I mean, this is my sister. They're telling you close family, immediate family, extremely high. They're telling you this is your sister. This is actually my sister. And this is actually my cousin. Okay. Didn't know this was my cousin. My mom didn't know this was her cousin, but this is actually her cousin. He was naming off her family members that he's connected to. So we already confirmed this is his cousin. I never seen this dude a day in my life, but after I spoke with him, it was confirmed he's our cousin. So the DNA test clearly has to be, it has to be. Now, I don't know who this person is. I don't know who Ramel Jennings is, a second cousin. They're saying it's extremely high. They already know this is your cousin. Now, if we go to this, it'll say their confidence is extremely high. Predicted relationship, second cousin. So this means it's probably either my mom or my dad's cousin. First cousin. It would have to be my mom or my dad's first cousin. And they're saying if you go over here, 329 centigrams across 12 or over 14 DNA segments. So they're telling you these are the people that are related to you. I'm sure if I talked to this person, asked about their family history, I'm pretty sure they would know some people. They're saying this chick is my cousin. Haven't been able to, I reached out to her, haven't been able to ask her any questions, but they're saying these people, again, they'll tell you all of these people are possible. Now, mind you, I have a big family, so these could very well be these, okay? And then they'll tell you fourth cousins, and notice how all of these say extremely high. So again, these probably really are my actual cousins. These probably are really distant cousin, probably. They said he's a fourth to sixth cousin. They're very high. His name is Daryl, whatever. So they'll match you with all these people in the database who took DNA tests, and they'll tell you which ones you're related to. But you know, that's how it works. So basically, they're saying if they're extremely confident, that means if they tell you that this is your cousin and it's not your cousin, you get to sue them. But they're guaranteeing that you're not going to sue them because it's extremely high. And the thing of it is those people that I talk to are actually in there. Callie Style said, I wish you could go deeper. Sin, do a live about spells and rituals. I don't know any spells and rituals. Jamaica fruit oil. So yeah, I do believe clearly the DNA test has a lot of accuracy because it will connect you to people that you're actually related to. In case it looks like somebody needs to do a family reunion and go to California and just be like, round up all the people, you know, because a lot of these people are probably in California. More likely than not, they're in California because that's where, other than being in Mississippi and Oklahoma, they would be in California. Mississippi is where I think that they started, where my great grandfather decided to get with a struggle gene female that became my great grandmother. And then they had my grandfather who had my father. So that's, you know, that's just what it is. Yeah, which I went back to Canada. So is your family deeply rooted in the South? That's where they originate from. They originate from the South. But Struggle Gene and Coon moved to LA. And that's how everything got started. The Struggle Gene great-grandmother and the Coon great-grandfather who got with her doing Jim Crow, they moved to California, and that's where they had everybody else. That's where they had everybody else. But I'm about to jump off here. I'm starving. Like literally, y'all, I can just tell my blood sugar is low right now. So I'm going to get off here. But going over ancestry stuff is actually kind of fun. I'm going to get off of here, and then we'll do tomorrow night. We will do the After Dark, and we will do call-ins too. Penny Snatcher, we could be going on and on about these family members because I got so many coons running all up and through this family. I don't got the time for it. I really don't. Too many coons all over the place. But I'll see you guys later. Again, if you guys want to listen to the thing on the Great Liberators, I'll be there at 9:30. Oh, thank you, T. But TH, but I'm going to get off of here. And I will see you guys at 9:30 and then for the After Dark tomorrow.